And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, week number 61, your weekly dose of Korean StarCraft. I'm of course host VIP, and with me I'm joined by the amazing people in the chat, these amazing players, and my plushies as well. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It has been far too long. It's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days since our last cast here. The last stream, of course, was the Pondcast a couple of days ago, and we had the Stego Monday Cup before that, but now we are here with the KSL. Let's go. We have our first series. We are jumping on in and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Golden Aura. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Teal Protoss player. It is LunaSea. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It's time to get your gambler going because predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. It is, of course, a best of 3 PvP. And as a reminder, for a bit of context here, !B in the chat if you guys don't have a look back yourselves. The winner of this series will advance on to face off against Dark in the next round. Whew. Let's go. There were some tempting offers in the first round. I was looking mainly at ReBellioN versus LunaSea, and at the same time, Australia versus Gemini is also ongoing. Very tempting, but I believe Chicken Man and Dave Testa, I believe they are casting and covering the other PvP. I believe they're covering Gemini versus Australia. There are other matches ongoing as well. We can go over the bracket itself once we wrap up with this series. For now, though, we can focus on our PvP. The first of many, I'm sure. Oh boy. Oh, the PvP is bappy. For now, it is going to be a gate expand. Standard openers, we have double gas. We have our cybercores on the way. No one is going for a 2-gate opener. No one is going for a pylon out on the map to proxy. No one is looking to spice things up too much here. We're settling in, man. We're settling in. Oh, to a weekend full of StarCraft. Again, I do apologize as well. I didn't end up having a ladder stream yesterday. I had a stream a couple of days ago, I believe, before the day before the podcast on Tuesday, but I wasn't quite able to. Sorry, on Wednesday even, but I wasn't quite able to get to stream as often as I wanted to this week. But the good news is that we're catching up. We're catching up on VODs on YouTube. We're not too far behind now, so I've been just making thumbnails and editing VODs and scheduling. If you remember, I had to actually re-record a cast as well. If you remember, during the Wardy TV Monday, during Hero versus Max Packs, the stream went down, and I didn't notice. The stream went down for like the entirety of game 1, and at the time I didn't notice. I was just casting into the void. So because of that, I had to recast game 1, you know, splice it together with the rest of the games, edit it, upload it, and did that yesterday. Yeah, we're catching up. I'll try and keep a better eye on OBS to make sure if that does happen again, I'll be on it. Otherwise, we're settling in, and LunaSea is going for the faster expansion, just going for a gate expand setup here, nothing too crazy. It is going to be a Twilight Council opener out of LunaSea. Meanwhile, ReBellioN is staying on one base. Staying on one base a little bit longer. He should be expanding, as he only has a 2-gate setup, 2-gate into a Robo. Oh, but a Warp Prism's on the way, and if he throws down a 3rd gateway, this could be the beginning of an all-in. Speaking of a 3rd gateway, Hallucination Scout is going to be denied. There it is. A 3rd gateway is on the way behind the mineral line. It is a 1-base all-in from ReBellioN. It's going to be a quick one. So it's all or nothing for the Blue Protoss player, not to be confused with the Teal Protoss. Teal Protoss is going to be the defender. How does he respond? We have a 3rd gate on the way as well. No defensive Robo, though. I mean, again, we can't quite afford it because we invested into Blink, into the Twilight Council. There are going to be Blink Stalkers to defend, but Immortals are going to be that much stronger here. Interesting though, ReBellioN is going to be expanding. Now this is still a very committed opener. It's a very late expansion. The natural base is already up. It's getting saturated for LunaSea, so ReBellioN, he has a lot of work to do. He has a lot of work to do. Damage needs to be done. Stalkers are headed towards the main base. The Warp Prism is loaded up, but alas, LunaSea does have a spotted probe. The job has arrived. The probe goes down. LunaSea has time to respond. Blink is not yet done. Did you see ReBellioN getting a second The Prism! No! The War Prism! Oh my god. The War Prism will barely escape. Ay. Gets 3 probe kills, which is okay. It's an okay amount of damage, but LunaSea is still ahead. He's still up 4 probes, which is quite impressive. I mean, again, it goes to show just how far ahead LunaSea is economically, worker-wise. Prism got very low. LunaSea's moving up. Blink is done. When LunaSea will catch reinforcements. It does find the Adepts. 1, 2 Adepts going to be going down. Catching Stalkers as well. Ooh, a rough move mid. Oh, God, the rally. A rough rally here from ReBellioN, just going right into the natural. Goes for the dive. ReBellioN is committed. There's the overcharge. Oh, but Probes are still getting one-shots. There's a lot of Probes going down. But can LunaSea shut down the Prism itself? It's getting low. War Prism is getting very low, and it could go down. One more volley. Oh, no. Oh my god, somehow, someway it survives, recalls back home, and that wasn't too bad. 6 probe kills, only 1 Stalker goes down. Very impressive. I assume the ReBellioN would be losing his Adepts, his Stalkers, his Prism, everything, and then just die to a counterattack. Even with the Immortal, there would not be much at home to defend, but the War Prism made it back. So ReBellion's actually not in the worst position here. Worker counts are evening up, LunaSea is moving out for a counterattack. Remember, he has Blink, but I believe he has no high ground vision. So he cannot dive into the main base, and there's the Immortal alongside all these Stalkers. ReBellioN, he is safe and sound. He's fine. Should be fine from here. As I say that, here comes Hallucination, so LunaSea can dive into the main. The main is that much more exposed. Does blink in. Could depower the Robo. Going for the probes. Gets some counter economic damage. Gets 3 probe kills so far. 4 probe kills. And won't be able to recall, has to blink down to the low ground, leading out some Stalkers. At the same time, War Prism poised to go into the main. 6 probes, not bad. Can we get 7? Not quite. Doesn't quite get the Stalker either. That was 4 probes with 6. Sorry, 4 Stalkers with 6 probes. Not the best trades here for LunaSea, but trades nonetheless. Meanwhile, finally the War Prism is going to go down. But at this point, it's paid for itself. War Prism has fallen, but that's going to be another 5 probe kills. Sword Adepts, they one-shot probes. And they keep going. They just keep on going. 7 probe kills. Ay. Finally, they're going to be cleaned up. But ReBellioN, he's back in this. Again, it was a bit of a rough start for ReBellioN. I do think that LunaSea could have had a cleaner defense leading up to this game state and could have been in a much more dominant position. But last ReBellioN, he has stabilized, if not even taken a lead. I mean, Blink is more than halfway done for ReBellioN. He's building up a higher and higher Immortal count. He's still on 2 bases, but so is LunaSea. LunaSea's counterattacking, but again, these Stalkers, I don't know if they can really break the natural. Not against 2 Immortals. And when behind, what do? Go for the gold. Jesus Christ. LunaSea is rushing into the gold base here as a ninja base. Not just that, he's going into the gold, going for a dark shrine, and going for glaive adepts as well. You know, just as aggressive as possible off the back of this gold base. I mean, after all those losses, LunaSea, he will be able to bounce back with this. In saying so, though, it will take a little bit for this base to really come into play, for all the for the minerals, for the income to really be showcased here, really be shown off in the supply. And ReBellion's moving out. As he moves out, LunaSea catches some reinforcements. He drags the army back home. He's buying a lot of time. Doing well for himself. LunaSea is buying time. Building up more reinforcements, warping in. DTs are in the mix as well, soon to be. Now ReBellioN does have detection, does have the observer. But DTs, they can always just come into a counterattack instead. Speaking of, LunaSea going for the natural, and there's nothing here. No shield battery, no nothing. Yeah, he's forcing the all-in. I mean, ReBellioN, he was already 2 base all-in to begin with. But he's going to have that much less reinforcements. Back at home, what do we have to defend? Glaive Adept's not going to be ideal, but there are shield batteries. There's 3 shield batteries. There's the overcharge. Overcharge gets focused down. Immortals are doing a lot in the back line. A lot of Stalkers are falling. Points are being pulled. Nice force fields here out of ReBellioN. Could do with pulling back for a moment there. Meanwhile, across the map, more probes are falling. Going to be losing every single worker. ReBellioN, he's breaking through. He breaks the natural, but he needs more than that. He's the main. ReBellioN, he needs to keep going. Across the map, 26, 27 probe kills. Every probe going down kills the natural. But again, LunaSea, he's got the gold. Like, the natural does not matter. ReBellioN has to keep going. Has to keep pushing. Takes on a pylon. Gets a couple of adepts, but again, LunaSea is buying time, and he can always recall back home. He can always recall. He doesn't even need to, though. There is no high ground shield battery. That is concerning. But there's the recall. And LunaSea with a high stalker count, he can just dive on the army. Dive with the prism. Speaking of, yeah, War Prism gets one shot, Immortal gets one shot, GG gets called, and LunaSea will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. LunaSea will take a lead in the series, and we'll see if he can continue that streak and go for the 2-0, or if ReBellioN can bounce back. And I want to believe he can. I do think ReBellioN and LunaSea are quite similar in skill. They're quite close here in how they do compare. So we'll see if ReBellioN can force the ace match, and we can find a game 3. The pressure is on. The pressure is on. Catching up in the chat. Always love to see Gemini playing. Yeah, I appreciate that he's competing here. Do appreciate it. Just like last time, I feel like Gemini, he's kind of like scouting ahead for trap. You know, he's there for his boy. I mean, it worked last time. Did work last week. But as we're selling into game 2, it's going to be on Oceanborn. Shout out to Alive in the Wide in the chat. I see Ophidian in the chat. I see Baby Links as well. Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. Good day, this lovely weekend, this lovely Saturday afternoon. Yeah. So we are settling in. As a reminder as well, this is our first broadcast of the day. Our second one is going to be in a couple of hours with MSO, with Masters 1 Open. I won't be casting MSO, I'm going to be adminning, as I usually do. But that's also going to be this evening as well. Oh, the StarCraft. Until then, though, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Teal Protoss player from South Korea, leading the series 1-0. It is LunaSea. It's crazy. The lunatic. We go. Now again, we saw more aggression out of ReBellioN last game, and even though he went for a much later expansion, it was worth it in the end. In ReBellioN, he was able to do enough damage, it was able to have it pay for itself, and allow him to stabilize. Of course, that led into LunaSea going for the Ninja Gold, which allowed him to keep up with his warpins, maintain his production. Despite the all-in that ReBellioN was going for on 2 bases, LunaSea, he was more than fine. He was on a more than 3-base economy with that gold. And even though he was losing some of his bases, some of his workers, it did not matter in the end. And time was on LunaSea's side. Now, I'm sure ReBellioN is going to take a different approach. I'm sure he's going to maybe be a little bit more macro-oriented, or even if he was aggressive, have a different form or different variation of all-in. We typically do look to mix things up. Now the workers are scouting, they're patrolling, they're making sure the second pylon is placed where it should be. Second pylon in the main for ReBellioN, likewise for LunaSea as well. Despite how aggressive these two players can be, once again, no proxy. No proxy out on the map, no crazy wild opener. Everything is looking normal. We're calming things down, Pat. Calming things down. Meanwhile, we have our initial units of choice. Once again, LunaSea actually going for a single sentry opener. Now, this is one of the greedier openers you can go for. Basically, LunaSea, even though he went for a 2-gate opener, skipped his second unit. He skips his unit, he opens up with a single sentry into a faster Nexus. I mean, you can afford it because you only made 1 unit. Meanwhile, ReBellioN opens up Double Stalker. Double Stalker, something more robust. Likewise, not just Double Stalker, delayed expansion, and he goes try proxy 3rd pylon, but last LunaSea does scout. Does confirm, and he attacks the pylon, letting ReBellioN know, yeah, that he knows, forces a cancel. Nice damage here by ReBellioN, or nice scouting by LunaSea. ReBellioN, he has to back up. Behind this is expanding and throwing down his tech. It's going to be a Twilight Council this time out of ReBellioN. Meanwhile, Robo from LunaSea. So the turns have tabled. LunaSea is going to have the more immortal heavy composition. ReBellioN will have faster blink. I say faster blink. I think initially that proxy pylon might have been for a Dark Shrine, as DTs would have been a potentiality here for ReBellioN. No longer there. No longer the case. Stalkers move out. Shield battery is done, sentries will defend. Likewise, Hallucination will dive into the main base. This is the big reason why you would open sentry here in PvP. One of the big reasons is the free scout. So LunaSea sees everything. Meanwhile, just outside, setting up his own proxy pylon. First Immortals already on the way. Now again, the power of the Robo Opener is just really fast Immortal production. You can get up to 2-3 Immortals real quick. And LunaSea may opt to go for a bit of a timing here. Especially with that proxy. Especially with that pylon. Yeah, he is reinforcing with 2 Adepts to harass and one-shot probes. We saw that previously. We saw how much damage ReBellioN dealt against LunaSea. But now it is LunaSea's turn. It is going to be his turn instead. Adepts threatening a shade. Do head towards the main, but ReBellioN is in position. So far, so good. They don't commit into the natural. Second Immortal's on the way. ReBellioN does scout with his hallucination, is aware. And does set up his own proxy pylon. Does set it up. You know, ReBellioN looks like with the Adept, yep, that was a bit of a tip-off, and he does scout the pylon just barely. Is aware. Meanwhile, distracted by the hallucination. LunaSea now knows that Blink is about to finish. It's on the way. And both players are building up. ReBellioN going to be the first to expand, taking a faster third. Shuts down the proxy pylon. Blink now on the way for LunaSea. He's catching up. Goes for extra gateways. Interesting. Is going for a 4-gate setup before expanding. Very safe choice here by LunaSea. As ReBellioN stayed on a lower gateway count initially. ReBellioN even going double forge. Ooh, that's quite greedy actually. Rushing into 2 forges. LunaSea does confirm with his observer. I believe LunaSea is aware. Yep. Is aware of both forges. And we'll see if LunaSea can try to break ReBellioN before the upgrades kick in. That is going to be a lot of upgrades. ReBellioN moving out, he's going to be poking at the third. I don't really think LunaSea is under any danger here, under any threat. I mean, with 2 Immortals, he should be fine, especially with force fields and with a shield battery as well. Shield battery is halfway done. ReBellioN pokes in. Really, this is just a distraction. ReBellioN, he pokes. As he pokes, Adepts a shade into the natural. And probes are going down. This was the real purpose of that move out for ReBellioN. Take some probe kills. So far, 3 probes going down. At the same time, probes went down across the map as well. We're getting to 5 probes. The Prism, oh my god, ReBellioN, not bad. He gets 5 probes, dives in, gets a Warp Prism. The overcharge will force him back. I wasn't really expecting ReBellioN to actually get any damage here, but a very nice pickup. Prism has to be rebuilt, and there are those upgrades. It's going to be 1-1 upgrades plus 1 armor, charge on the way as well. But before ReBellioN can get there, he's being punished. Oh my god. That's 3 Stalkers going down in the retreat, almost 4. Sentries getting caught out as well. And again, even though ReBellioN will soon be ahead in upgrades, he's currently vulnerable. LunaSea waiting for his Warp Prism. Remember, the Warp Prism got sniped, it has to be rebuilt to reinforce across the map, so that will slow LunaSea down. So he has to wait a little bit longer. Back at home, ReBellioN, he's given time to respond. Shield batteries are now on the way, they're about to finish up. Again, if that Prism was never sniped, it's possible that, I mean, ReBellioN, he could have just died here and now. As LunaSea wouldn't have stopped, he would have reinforced, would have kept going. Shield batteries would not have been done. But now ReBellioN is holding on. LunaSea behind this, taking another expansion. ReBellioN once again relentless here with these Adepts. Shading in. Shading to natural. Once again, probes are going to be going down. And LunaSea, he races back home. Is going for the Dark Shrine. There was always potential for those DTs. There's going to be potential. Robo is done though for both players. There's some server, there's detection. Despite that, DTs can still pop up. As ReBellioN, he starts being active again. Getting his own 4th. Warp has been set up across the map. Stalkers are moving out as well. ReBellion's going to try and snipe that fourth. LunaSea out of position. Yeah, the fourth base is going to go down. That's 400 minerals down the drain. Massive pickup. You know, that's one DT across that. LunaSea supply blocked. Oh no, now is not the time. A brutal supply block. Only one Dark Templar. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, it can still get damage done, but this could have been so much more. I mean, one DT into the main. There's another DT here at the third. Not bad. They are causing some chaos. ReBellioN forced to defensively warp in, but no defensive warp ins yet. Yeah, he's actually turning everything back around. Oh, he turns around. Zealots at the fourth. LunaSea, calm down. He's in the main. He's at the third. I mean, ReBellioN is on one base economy. He's stuck here mining only at the natural. Zealots hit the fourth base. And it's going to go down. Not a bad pickup. LunaSea fighting back. And now suddenly LunaSea has a massive supply lead. He's up in Stalkers, up in Immortals. The DTs are still not cleaned up. Oh my god. Yeah, some brutal damage. And now LunaSea suddenly has a massive supply lead. He has map control. Rebuilding his fourth base. Prism is still active, slipping into the main. LunaSea is moving out. Here we go, pushing in towards that third, and Nova going up. Disruptors have arrived. But grazes the army, gets one Stalker. Just the one. GG gets called as LunaSea pulls ReBellioN apart, and LunaSea will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. LunaSea will take the series, will advance on. Congratulations, my condolences to ReBellioN. I mean, he was able to hold his own, and he's an amazing player in his own right, but alas, LunaSea will take the win here and will not drop a map. Congratulations. Congratulations to LunaSea. Again, ReBellioN, he had some good moments in this game, getting a lot of worker kills, getting economic damage, sniping the fourth base, but unfortunately the DTs did completely pull him apart. It disrupted his own production, his economy, relinquished map control because of it as well. DTs did so well. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we can take a moment to have a look at the bracket and figure out where we are. !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourself.